the permission of the members of the council in the absence of the chairman and vice chairman. So, on that basis, I have to ask the members if or not they would like to nominate another person to chair.
I'll propose you, Keith.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a second? Thank you. Any other nominees? No? Okay. So, all in favour? Thank you very much. Sorry to go through that, but actually, I think we followed the procedure as is required.
As I'm here as clerk, I don't vote to say.
Yes. Okay. We appreciate that. The second thing is, this is very difficult. I find it quite interesting that we have now more residents than councillors. And from the previous meeting, obviously there was good involvement from the residents in terms of discussing the various items on the agenda. I can't afford to do that because there are 28 items. And the last time we had one of these meetings, it was 10 o'clock when I got home. My wife refused to serve me a beer. So I think I need to try and improve that, and I need your assistance to do it. So I'm not being ignorant of your attendance, but I have to say that I need to stay with the business that's in hand. There are two places where you can talk, I was going to say as long as you like, you can't even do that, but you can talk sufficiently and long enough to get your point over. If we can answer the question, we'll answer it. I'll use the councillors who are available to do that. If we can't, then we will answer it in the appropriate time. Is that okay with everybody here? So I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want somebody to shout out because they thought they're being dealt the wrong hand. So anybody? So everybody's happy with, we operate on that basis. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so we start off with, as I understand it, this, I'll do the right thing and say this is now opening the meeting, Tuesday 25th of November, and this is now a full council meeting. And do we have any apologies?
Yes, well, apologies from the things. Kevin Braycott, Andrew Braycott, away at the moment.
Okay. That's it.
That's all the apologies I personally had.
Yeah. Okay. Any other apologies? No. Okay. Interesting again. And one to the absences in our new members, so I need to.
Yeah, they've got COVID, unfortunately.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
James and Vicky.
He was in the pub though, just.
Okay.
He was in the pub at tea time.
Good. Any members seeking dispensation?
What have you done?
We've been yours.
He waved at me.
Okay, that's it. There's another block.
Not from me, Chairman.
Right. Announcement.
No, dispensation request.
I'm sorry.
I'm asking for dispensation request, Chairman, because my wife's undergoing some, she's got to see a consultant on Thursday of this week, because she's got some cognitive failure. So I've got to see how that sorts out, so I'd like dispensation in case it doesn't go according to plan. Okay.
So we'll report back, I think. Do you know the period of time that you...
3 months ago.
3 months, yeah. Okay. Announcements.
Can I just declare an
I'm
interest
sorry.
in item 13, please?
13,
Yeah,
the community speed watch.
yes. Because I've been involved with that.
Okay, thank you. Right. Next item, as I understand it, is announcements. I'd just like to make another announcement now first. Sorry to keep doing this, but I need to do it, I think. Obviously, the concern I have sitting here is that the chairman, who suffered a stroke, has done so from his family's point of view on the basis of internal and external harassment. That's obviously a concern to me. It's certainly a concern to the council. I don't want it to wish to be dealt with in the way that he was dealt with, and I will put over here. As far as I'm concerned, he is a man who has worked all his life with this parish, and in doing so, is entitled to a certain amount of respect, and I don't think he received it. So your personal opinion, but I just ask you to think about it as we go through this meeting, and at least I can say what I understand from our temporary clerk, if I can call that on the night, that he's improving and back to hopefully like something like normal health.
Well, it's not quite that far yet. But
No, but slowly improving.
It's improving from what it was.
That's great. Okay, so that's a good thing anyway.
May I speak, Jeff?
Well, I didn't ask for a question, but I mean, you can, if you want to make a
I just think that the comment that you've made,
Yes,
I understand why you've made it,
yes,
but that equally applies to other individuals sat at this table
yes,
who have been dealt with in perhaps a bullying or aggressive manner or with a lack of respect. And I don't think it just goes for the person that was always sat at the other end of this table. That's all I would like to say.
Well, from my point of view, I accept what you say totally. At the end of the day, there's been no evidence of who. I haven't suggested who, or whether it was right or it was wrong, or whether in fact to tell his family, and that's what I'm concerned about, to tell his family the reason for it and the actions taken by this council to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future, if it's proven. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Right, we'll move on to 5 then, if we could, which is standing orders update. Are we still outstanding just the amount of?
We've got that amount now. I spoke to Louise and I passed the information over to Sue, who's been
Yes.
dealing with it. And
Are you happy with that? It's still now complete.
Yeah, if we could put the full document.
Did we put? I think that,
It was 25 or up to 200,000. It was item 20 in the standing orders. But I think if you know, we either leave all or we take one out. But the amount we believe is the 25,000. Our income is not more than 25,000.
Right.
But I don't think we anticipate it being more than that. But
So our standing orders then are complete.
well,
So,
they need to be voted on for acceptance.
right.
And
Have they seen them as complete?
well, they've been sent out to everybody.
well, they haven't been re-sent out. This is what was, was last sent out.
Yeah, I was just going to say I haven't received anything.
Well, shall we then put it on next time's agenda to vote on?
Yeah.
We don't need to do any other work. Let's do that. Okay, here we go, we're all ready. Public question time. Any questions from the floor? Okay, could I have your name, please?
My name's Helen Bridget, I live at Wetland Rocks.
Yes.
I hear what you're saying about the public.
Yes.
I would think that it would demand several months of trials, or indeed years, at an appropriate university to prove that a public reaction to events in a meeting had the direct result of causing a medical episode. I would think that. And I would also think that the appropriate medical records should record the same thing. Because if they don't, that just amounts to further bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody agrees with me, that's
Yeah.
my point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, your name, sir?
Kevin Weston,
Thank you.
Cheddleton, born and bred.
Thank you.
I'd just like to ask if you think there's any comparison between the bullying that's supposed to have happened to our, at the moment, ill chairman,
Chairman, yeah.
and that gentleman who's just been
Mm-hmm.
barricaded into his own home they're disagreeing with the planning application, I believe. Is that not bullying? So is bullying one way okay, but not the other way?
No,
That's what I'm
I
point
would
of trying to
disagree.
make.
I would disagree with you as an individual, that from that point of view, whether you call it bullying or not, I'm not sure. What is it aimed at the person or his family? Or, I don't know those details. So it would need to be, as this has been done, it's been investigated.
So are the council happy or unhappy that the bullying's taking place against the chairman and it's also taking place against a member of the public?
I think that the council is unhappy in both cases. But the council has got to make a decision on what it's going to do about it.
Is there anything the council can do?
It can do things, and it must do things, because at the end of the day, we have a gentleman who's obviously been to several meetings that I've been to as well, and he reiterates the point that he's making without any action, and the same would apply if we don't do something for the family of the chairman.
Well, I think the people of Cheddleton deserve a council that will not stand for this sort of bullying one way or the other.
I think
And in future opportunities to vote for these councils, I think it ought to be taken into consideration of what's gone on in the past. I really do.
well, that is a fact of life anyway. I think that in any situation, when it comes to an election, obviously you're taking all the history, good and bad, and you make your decision on that basis. But at the end of the day, my comment only is that we should take an action. If the action is nothing, and the reason is given, and it satisfies everybody on this council, that's what I can do. If there is an action to be taken, it has to be taken within the rules that apply to the council this time. With regards to the other matter, it could end up legal, I mean, and then that takes it out of the hands of the council. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying it possibly could. And obviously there is quite a lot of cost involved then, in terms of fighting cases and or whatever. We aren't at that point yet, I don't think, but we are at least going to find out in detail whether or not we can take an action or not. But we've been too slow, I agree, in all these cases of going back to the residents if they're interested, but in our own interests, for our own future and for our own peace of mind, if something is going to action has been taken, whether it's some good or bad, a decision is taken, and then we move forward. Because until then, we will just have criticism, and then you can't work with criticism all the time. It's nice sometimes to get on with the real job. I don't know what to say to you.
No, okay.
Okay, thank you for your question. Thank you.
Chair, you made a comment about...
Can I ask you?
Sorry, it's Wendy Johnson.
Oh, yes, thank you.
You made a comment about there's more public than councillors these days. And from what I've seen, you mentioned also about we have to stay in the rules.
We have to say that's the council.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And a lot of the public's response from what I've seen
Yes.
is because those rules haven't been followed.
Yes.
And so there has to be a way of the public
Yes.
making their dissatisfaction of their parish council known when the rules are blatantly breached and taxpayers' money
Yes.
is being spent
Yep.
unlawfully.
Couldn't agree more. I can't say no to anything that you said. At the end of the day, that was your entitlement. If this is a representation of Cheddleton, and I don't mean just the people in here, but of the residents in total, then fine. If it's not, then we can only deal with the ones that are sitting around the table. That satisfaction hopefully then will grow out to the rest. Because unfortunately one of the problems with what we're doing at this moment is creating a situation that then gets filtered out into residents who make up their own mind from what they hear. And one of the ways that obviously we're going to be working hard on is communication. That you know what's happening, everything is open and understood, and that it's clarified and it's produced as it should be on website or whatever in the right manner. We need to question everything we've done. because I haven't known in some years now this to happen before. It was a rare sight to see a resident. I'm amazed. So we don't think that you've come because you like us or you think we're doing a great job. We're here because you want to see us take actions that make a difference, and that's what we're going to do. Except to me and the council, and I'm sure that all of them feel the same way. None of us want to have a bad reputation. None of us want to have to come here as volunteers. Let me remind everybody, as volunteers. And if you want to do something about it as residents and get rid of this bunch, including me, then you can do it. Because if you think the residents support you, come and make up the council for us. Join the council. You have that opportunity.
Could anybody remind me what the correct word is instead of volunteers, please?
Public servant.
Thank you.
Unpaid public servant.
Unpaid public servant. You volunteer, and we appreciate those good people amongst you who help us and work for us, but you are an unpaid public servant, strictly, rather than a volunteer.
Just all night. Okay, I'll let you call me out if you wish. I haven't taken any. It doesn't mean anything to me anyway.
I know.
All it means to me is that I'm trying the best I can with people of like mind to improve the living and enjoyment of Cheddleton and Wetley Rocks and Widow Stakes, where I come from. But that's what I'm about. Whether I'm called a volunteer or what was the other term?
Unpaid public servant.
Thank you, I'll make a note of that. If we are, and if that's what we are, fine. I'm working with unpaid public servants tomorrow on your footpaths, and they'll love being called that.
No, they're volunteers.
Before this turns into a race. Any more questions?
Just one very quick question. I'm finding it quite off-putting, but it may be being done for a reason, but Councillor Grocot's typing like a frenzied bee bottle.
It's
Are
just
you
this keyboard, it's really loud.
Are you
It's just
taking
me
minutes of the
making notes.
meeting?
I'm just making notes because I like to have something to refer back to.
Ah, right, okay.
That's all.
No, I was like,
Are you
you're very quick. That's all I was saying, but I just wondered what you were doing.
That doesn't.
I did that when you were anyway, that's it. Okay. Right. No more public questions. There is another opportunity. Look for mistakes. We are quite happy for you to do that. If you find one, tell me about it and we'll do something about it. Right. Minutes of the last meeting, 28th of October. Can I take the